Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Jets. That'll be taken in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
We're going to sign 52. Here we go, G. Here I come. Here I come.
Darnold on first down. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lockdown, baby. You ain't got the key to this one.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
You're going to sign. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the pass.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. 23 yards the pickup there.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Back to Cannon again on first down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the gun, a run with Cannon. And not much running room. Down to the 32. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Now watch one, watch one.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, this is Cannon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Green 18. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. That's over. Green 18.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd down. It's Cannon, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. James has got it, complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You got that. You got that. Back one.
Now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And James has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. From 8 yards out, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
So that drive spans 13 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
On 2nd down now. It's Cannon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7. Single.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Darnold completes it. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 31. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He can run for it, and he will. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Now Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. A first down throw, Darnold. And incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Airing one out for Crowder. This is caught inside the 15. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Again, Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 3 yards out, and the Jets have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Rodgers now throwing again. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That's it. Big hit.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
57. Mike, 57.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw again. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now it's the backup Keenum. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenan under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really different.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over.
60 Pittsburgh. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Get it.
On 1st down, it's Simon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Here we go, here we go. 90, Wolf. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Fire.
They'll run on 1st down. Simon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Any weapon.
2nd and 10. At their 49-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Simon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Edwards on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Edwards pass. Intended for Trevon Briscoe.
Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
50, plant. Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Here's Edwards. Off the play fake. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Granted, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cannon, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On first down, it's Simon. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
2nd and 6. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-3.
They'll run on first down. Simon, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 3rd down, it's Simon. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
I got him.
To throw is Edwards. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
I got you. He's checking. Cracks. Hey, we're good.
On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum making the catch is Sternberger. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's good for 28 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On 1st down, Scott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Keenum, he'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Keenum. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. To throw is Keenan. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the gun, here's Keenum. And he checks this one down to Williams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And New York set to take the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free than what they're trying to get done on offense.
Looking to throw. Edwards. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march off another 15 against your squad.
Back to throw. Edwards. Packer pressure, and down he goes. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Second and long. Gonna throw right side here, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Edwards. And that is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Keenum and the offense now. Down 20-10. Just over a minute 40 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Keenum now to throw. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Keenum. Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis.